So a lot of people ask me, what do I do? Like, how do I use oils for kids? And I'm like, you should check out the kids kit because the kids kit has everything you need, right? So when you have the kids kit like this one, which is the doTERRA kids kit, it has all kinds of different oils in it, and this one is definitely one of the favorites. I have someone on my team that orders one of these every single month, and the reason why, well, not this month because it's free, but every single month she orders Thinker for her kid because her daughter has focusing issues. And so she needs to order this for her to have a homework helper. So this is really amazing for anybody who's in any kind of studying educational environment, but it's also amazing for anybody who just needs to focus on a daily basis. So everyone who has a job or is in school, I think is
Yes.
this is great.
Yeah, and speaking from a mother's perspective, I feel that they can hear us on HAPS. Wonderful, Peter, Peta, you're amazing. So, from a mother's perspective, I'm pretty sure if when I was Addie's age, Addie is my 6 year old. I'm pretty sure I would have been diagnosed with all this stuff that they're being diagnosed with these days. Because my attention span is as long as Dory from Nemo. That's how long I can focus on something without me being like squirrel, right? So this is basically it's the squirrel oil. So when you go squirrel, you can focus and be here on the live, Pamela. So I can just be here with you. This is what I do, and not only for children, it is for adults as well. And it has a very powerful combination of oils. Vetiver, amazing humanitarian work that is connected to vetiver. And every single time I use oils that have vetiver, I I use it on my children, and I instantly make the connection to the children that have been able to have drinking water and going to school now because of the work that we do through co-impact sourcing. There is peppermint. Peppermint, right? Focus and gives you that kind of like zing for you to wake up and be alert. And when I pass peppermint in my classes, I don't even say what it's for. I ask the people in my class, what do you feel? And they all tell me the benefits without me explaining to them what peppermint is good for. Clementine or clementine, we talked about clementine in one of the apps a month ago. And rosemary. Rosemary is incredible for focus and to give support for the brain. And all of the touch rollers, touch is when it comes in a roll on and it doesn't have that little tab on the label, it means that it's a touch which has fractionated coconut oil. Okay. A fun fact about vetiver, it's a hardy grass and it survives flooding and drought. So vetiver is one of the it's a kind of like roots, right? If you look at it, it looks like it's a shrub, and it grows really good in Haiti. So a lot of amazing work that we do in Haiti as well. So this is for focusing and work. This is awesome. Well, fresh cotton smells fresh, right? There is one that we do that's called new car scent, and it's wintergreen and any of the furs. So if you do wintergreen and Douglas fir, it will have that very fresh scent. And this is the cool, fun thing about essential oils. You can make the mixes and kind of like test it out, test it, and see how you like them both together. And this is what we'll do. There is a sheet that has a ton of different mixes, and we can post it next time. We can post it and make it available for you guys. We'll have some of the. It's a diffusing blend, but you can use it however you like. You can even make a spray and do like a room freshener type of DIY. And the smell of this, the aroma, is earthy, minty, and herbal all at the same time. Okay, so it has. Every time I walk into a place, people are like, "Ooh, it smells so good." Every time people ask me what. Yes. So thinker is what it says, is for you to think, but also to help you performing tasks. That's it. So the second one, what do we have? Oh, Copaiba is the queen. But Olivia, talk a little bit about Copaiba. I have a very close relationship with Copaiba because and it's Copaiba, okay? Do you guys want to learn how to say it in Portuguese? Copaiba. There you go. I've heard Copaiba. It's Copaiba. So you say it like a native. It's the first time. Yeah, and I had the chance and the honor to go to the Amazon. doTERRA took us there as part was one of our incentive trips, and we went to the Amazon and we had a tour guide. And also the work is generational because for the trees to be able to give oil, it will take about 40 years, 50, right, depending on the tree. So it is passed down from father to son, grandfather to grand son, and so on. And it's beautiful to see that the work they do there. The first thing that Dr. Hill did when he went there was to send the people, the harvesters, the farmers, to get their teeth fixed, or they didn't have teeth. First, they went to get teeth, and then that was one of the first priorities. And then they went ahead and start working with the sourcing of copaiba, and it grows in northern Brazil and in the Amazon. And it is, you see the trees along the river, and you can see the markings of the water. So there's only a season where the boats can access the trees. So it's not all year long. And it is tapped kind of like maple syrup. You know how maple syrup is tapped from the tree? It's we call it oleo resin. And that's how they do the harvesting, the sourcing of copaiba, and then it is steam distilled for the essential oil. So there is a big difference in the quality and the potency of the oil depending on how it's distilled. It is very popular in the north of Brazil. If you know people from there, they will probably say, "Oh, we love copaiba because they use it for everything." But the quality is different. Okay, so we have four species of copaiba in our copaiba because of two things. One is the chemical profile, like people. Us together, we're more powerful, right? Me alone, not as powerful. And the fact that we take from four different areas. So that's for sustainability, right? I believe this small but huge, it's huge, right? Details make a whole lot of difference. And if you want to have a comparable to, you said the sister of frankincense, and I thought you're going to say the sister of maybe CBD, right? That became really popular. Um, it is over 60% cannabidiol because that's what we were looking for when you use CBD, right? And it has a powerful, it gives you a powerful support for all systems in the body, especially the heart, immunity, digestive. And that's why I say that if you don't know what to use, usually I will say, like, let's do some copaiba. I'm pretty sure you're going to get some benefits because of the powerful antioxidants. And it brings that peace and calm for the skin. It's very soothing and also amazing support system for the nervous system. For the skin is what I used. I had a huge dark spot here after my third pregnancy. And for the appearances of blemishes, Olivia, I can totally hear you typing. You can mute. You can mute yourself. I can mute myself. I can mute myself. I have it. I have it. I see it. I see it. You know, see? That sucks. I know. Guys, are you from that time where we used to watch like Woody Woodpecker and then there was like this scene where they are in the movie theater and then the dog goes trying to open like popcorn or something? Do you guys remember that? That was one of my favorites. That's how I felt right now. So the ways to use copaiba. You can do 1 to 2 drops. I like to do it straight under the tongue. That's a way for you to get it right into your bloodstream. So if you're going through a moment where you are in fight or flight, this is the moment for you to calm down, bring the cortisol levels down so you can feel calm and peace again. Okay, and this is a way for you to attend all systems in the body. I do love copaiba in my mouth. I like it. That's how I like it. And we have Fran in our team. Fran is one of my best friends. She's the first one I asked to do doTERRA with me, and she laughed at me. Did you know that? Did you know this story, Olivia? Did I ever? Yeah. So I go all happy, excited about these oils, right? About this lifestyle. I'm like, oh my gosh, I found my life. So let me tell my best friend. So I tell my best friend, and she totally like mocks me, and she goes, "You're so crazy." So made fun of me, but whatever. Friend, I love you. And today she's gold in doTERRA. She's gonna go for platinum pretty soon.
Yep.
See, things change. Things
Yeah.
change. Just stand your ground. Hold on to your guns when you know that's something that you know it is important to you and to the world. So you can do for your face, you apply with a moisturizer or with a carrier oil. So we use the fractionated coconut oil here in doTERRA. I love it because it doesn't clog pores and it penetrates the skin down to like 7 layers. And it is a perfect medium for you to be able to make the oil adhere to your skin more than if you just apply the oil on its own because oils are volatile, right? So they will fly. Some of it will fly, some of it will stay. Okay, so amazing. And on top of all the other benefits that people use cannabidiol for, there are tons of other benefits that are attached to copaiba also for the respiratory system. So my little guy again is under the weather and he had a high temperature last night and it's the first thing that I go to. It is I open this awesome little kit right here. This is the Brazil kit and it has
Ooh.
copaiba in it, of course. So the difference of the Brazil kit and the family kit in the US is that we have copaiba and tangerine in the oil, two Brazilian oils, right? And that's what I go to. That's what I travel with. And I just go ahead and make my mix and I put copaiba in every single mix that I make for them.
That's amazing. I want to travel to Brazil just to get all the exclusive Brazil stuff because I've seen the site and it has all these exclusive things. Sometimes I like to just click around on other country sites just to see what they have there. Brazil is so amazing. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Haps. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, seriously. Like our sound is working and they're just like here hanging out, making sure that the people can hear us. Hi Peter. Hi Pablo. Hi thank you for helping us with the sound. Yeah, so that is so awesome. I love that there's like a Brazil exclusive kit for that. It's amazing. Thank
Yes.
you.
And when we first started this market, if you have been in Brazil since we started the market in Brazil, you remember we only had 6 oils to work with when we first started. It was very interesting, um, and that's why, my friends, founders become founders in a country because in the beginning it's a lot of work. You have to be willing to go through the hardship for sure.
I
Yeah,
agree.
but here we are. And then we have my favorite thing ever in the whole wide world, which is the the On Guard spray.
Yes! Let me show it on screen because this is by far one of the most amazing things. So, yeah, these are hand sanitizer sprays that also boost your immunity. Bet you don't have one of those things because your hand sanitizer probably is just sanitizing your hands. But this one in particular, it also has immune boosting properties in it because it's got the On Guard oil blend. So when you have this On Guard in the hand sanitizer spray, the sanitizing part is going to clean your hands, and the On Guard stays on your hand and protects you from all kinds of things all day. It's a protection blend. So it's really awesome. I love this, and I can't believe they're selling it in a 5 pack. It's like $5 each. I cannot believe this. I'm going to get 100 of them. I feel like I want to get 100 of everything.
Uh-huh. I will for sure, but here's the thing. You know how you can use, well, dip the little gel thingies,
Yeah.
alcohol, whatever that
Yeah.
people use now. Is it popular now or what? You see it everywhere, right? Restaurants,
Yeah.
you have a pump on the table. Anywhere you go, they have a pump of that stuff on the table, full of toxic chemicals first. And
Yeah.
they're putting around your skin, the largest organ in your body. So every single time I see people doing that, or you go into a supermarket and then they want to spray your hand with that stuff, and then I pick mine up and I go, I got it. This one is way stronger than yours. And they're like, okay, we're going. So I don't like when people spray me with things because I know it's not natural for the most part. Because if they're giving it away, it's because it's cheap. Okay, bad things are usually very cheap. So they also, it also gets your hands really dry, right? The alcohol stuff. I know that
Yeah.
because people complain to me.
Yeah.
This spray has moisturizing apple extract, and that's what makes it very
Yes.
moisturizing. So, um, when soap is not available, here's another thing that's important, okay? Once people started using the little gel thingies at hospitals, especially,
Mm-hmm.
um, it became a problem because then people wouldn't wash their hands and use that instead. Please. This does not mean that you don't wash your hands. So this is when maybe soap and water is not available or not available, then you go ahead and you spray it. Or on top of you washing your hands, you go and spray on the go for travel, right? And I sanitize everything from like equipment to when I go grocery shopping to kids. Oh my gosh, kids! I'm always spraying them. I spray it everywhere, not only on their hands. And look at this. This is Addie's school backpack. And yes, we have a hand sanitizer in here. Ta-da! All
Yep.
my gym bags have it. I have it one, oops, attached to my bag.
Yep.
Okay. And yes, you will use it. I promise you. You should be using it.
Yeah.
And do you want, Olivia, do you want to talk a little bit about the oils in On Guard? Why they're so powerful?
Yeah, I mean, On Guard has the most amazing blend of oils that have been scientifically, clinically proven to protect you from things. For example, there's one in there. The top oil in there is actually wild orange, and as you know, I think this is common knowledge already, right? Wild orange, vitamin C, so it's amazing for protecting you against all kinds of different things that I can't talk about. And so wild orange is incredible. And then there's also clove, and it's really awesome. I mean, clove. I think this is the
This
clove
is our
has
story, sister. How did we meet?
this exactly. On Guard is how we met. So I actually had this crazy dental situation going on, and I was playing a show. And then I met Pam at the show because after I played the show, I always say hi to everybody and I just say thank you because gratitude is my number one thing. I love being grateful for things, like genuinely grateful, not just saying that. You know what I mean? So I I put my money where my mouth is. So I'm like, I'm so grateful, that you're here listening to my show. And so I meet Pam and we hit it off right away because I pretend like I speak Portuguese, as you can see on my Instagram channel. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I just met a real Portuguese friend that I could practice with. And here she goes, and I'm like, but you know what? We're having such a great conversation. I've got to go because my tooth is literally throbbing and I'm going to die if I don't go home and lay down. By then, I hadn't slept for days. And she goes, have you used essential oils? I was like, yeah, I have some at home. I got it from Whole Foods, but it's not working. It kind of sucks. And she's like, why don't you try these? And I was like, oh, cool. What's this? And she's like, oh, it's doTERRA. Have you heard of it? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of a doTERRA before. What's that? And then she's like, here, take some of this. Do you do oil pulling? I was like, yes, I've been trying to do that every night. Not working because my oils suck. And then so she's like, okay, here, take this oil pull. If it works, text me. So I oil pull that night and I finally sleep for the first time in days. And the next day I
I
text her,
remember that.
yes. And you actually told me on the first day, you're like, I teach classes and they're free. And I was like, ooh, I love a free class. And so the next day I text Pam and I was like, hey, Pam, it worked. What time's the class today? I immediately drive to her house, take the class, enrolled, and the rest is history. And now I'm a founder. Hey, what? It worked.
But that's the vision. That's the vision I had for you because you're already in service to people. You already love helping people. You told me my goal is to bring peace through my music. So that's what really made me like, huh, I need to talk to Olivia. But you brought up a point that is super important, I think it is to me. When people say, oh, free class, people usually say, oh, if it's free, it's not that good. Let me tell you though, if you have any free classes from people in doTERRA, take it because, hey, what you got to lose? You know, you're going to learn something. I promise you. People are not going to force you to buy anything. You're going to choose to buy things. So, our job is to make sure that you make an informed decision before you buy things. So then after a class, that's why classes are important. After a class, you have a better uh, notion of what you should get for yourself or what doesn't make sense for you. My job, our job starts after you get the products, okay? So the free class is really awesome. Take the free class, and we have, oh, in fact, we have the Wellness Week that happens on Instagram. And if you want, it's free. Yes, you're welcome. We could very much be charging for it.
It's
And we
true.
don't charge for it, okay? Because my goal is to inform and educate people. Our goal is to do that. So if you have free classes, take it, okay? Because you're going to learn something. I promise you, you're going to learn something.
Yeah.
Going back to On Guard real quick, there is an oil there, which is eucalyptus. In eucalyptus, we have a single eucalyptus, and the species is different. The eucalyptus
Hmm.
in On Guard is called globulus. And I only know this because I've been here for 10 years. If I didn't know this, it would be a shame. So I know this because I've been here for a long time. So eucalyptus in On Guard you can eat. Eucalyptus on a single you cannot because it's the radiata or radiata, whatever, however you want to say it,
Got it.
species they only use aromatically and topically. Okay, so this one totally okay to eat. What I do with On Guard, you cannot do that with this spray, is put a few drops of On Guard in water, cut up some apples, and give it to the kids. They love it. That's a way for them to ingest a little bit of the positive effects on the immune system. And
Oh, yeah.
cleaner too, right? Cleaner.
Yeah. And every time I've done that with apple slices, like just put a drop of On Guard into a like a bowl of water and some apple slices, people are like, oh my gosh, that is really good. What is that? And I'm like, doesn't it taste like an apple pie? It's so good. I love it.
People really think I'm such a good cook, but really, I just put essential oils on the food, and people are like, "Oh, blown away! What did you do to the food? I didn't do anything. Nature did it for me."
Right? Yeah, I think that's like every home chef's or like professional chef's secret. If you're using essential oils to cook, it's just another level. It is another level. And I love Pam's cooking. Pam's cooking is amazing. I love it.
It's the oils, but thanks. It is
It's you.
also mixologists, or bartenders. Lots of them are using the oils in their simple syrup, or they can just do it right on the drink with no sugar to make this drink pop.
Yeah,
Yeah, and my
exactly.
my my brother has a restaurant. My family has bakeries here, and they do usually the combination of peppermint and chocolate is amazing. They use some of the spices like cloves, cinnamon, and all kinds of breads and oregano, marjoram, and different savory pastries that they have. It's really really cool. People ask and come back, and they're like, "There's something different about your food," And it is the essential oils.
Yeah, a spearmint mojito, Moscow Mule with the ginger oil.
Mm. Oh
Not that
yeah,
I
because
know.
Olivia drinks zero alcohol, but
So,
sure.
yeah, because I totally know about this, but I do have a mixology book. And when I showed it to my alcoholic cousins, I'm just kidding. Oh, no, they're not alcoholics anymore. Um,
Not anymore.
no, I showed it to them, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so exciting!" Because this just sounds like a really good recipe. And I was like, "I know, right? I don't know actually, but I know, right?"
Yes, 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 yes. So they're asking here, hello from, how do you say that, Olivia? Duluth?
Uh, hello,
Yeah,
hello.
Duluth
Yes.
maybe. Hello.
Okay.
I'm wondering what we are doing for the Afghan refugees. So you can you can repeat that and we can touch on that again and close with it because I think we went over all of the September promos, right?
Yes, we did. Okay, so let's go back to the Afghan refugees for a second here with Mike and Shirley. What's up, Mike and Shirley? So, this is how we're going to be helping out the Afghan refugees. We're actually putting together these, well, we're not putting together, doTERRA is putting together these 72-hour emergency relief hygiene kits that include a towel, some tea tree oil that's for any like scrapes, cuts, immunity, um, respiratory things. We all know we need that right now. It comes with a toothbrush, some toothpaste, some adhesive bandages, pain cream, shampoo and conditioner, and a bath bar because there are thousands of Afghan refugees landing in the US daily, and these people are escaping the oppressive and abusive Taliban, right? And last week, over 12,000 refugees landed in just the DC area alone. Every single day, there are thousands of people flying into the airport. Yes, that is the emergency relief kit that we'll be sending to each of these families. Every $25 in contribution goes towards one 72-hour emergency relief kit. And so anything helps. You can donate from the link in the title, or you can donate here on HAPS, and that'll go straight towards 100% of any of the donations that I receive on HAPS go straight towards Healing Hands and straight towards these 72-hour kits, no matter what. Like from every single live stream that we ever do on HAPS, it's always going towards the Afghan refugees. So oh, thank you, Mike and Shirley. You're so awesome. You're amazing. Thank you. So Mike and Shirley has decided to send $50 in donations, and that's 2 kits, everyone. So thank you so much to Mike and Shirley, Latika, for the donation that helps 2 families, 2 72-hour relief kits. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in helping these Afghan refugees, please do. You can donate at the GoFundMe link on the title, or you can donate here on HAPS. And that is how we can contribute and make our difference in the world, right? My family came as
Yeah.
refugees, so this is an issue that's very close to my heart. So I want to emphasize that, right? This country was built on the backs of refugees.
Yes, especially the roads that we drive on. So somebody said here, I feel really bad for the women in Afghanistan right now. Yes, and I saw some pictures from this photographer. She's a photo journalist, and she was covering Afghanistan for 2 decades. And we've seen how hard the women have fought for their freedom, right?
Yeah,
And how much they gained from it, and now they're standing there to kind of lose everything. So I feel that there's not so much I can do. What I can do is do this, right? Do something. This is at least something that we can do. But obviously the issue is much bigger, right? But we can pray. That's something I believe in. I believe we can pray um, and 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 do our best. I feel sometimes so helpless,
yeah,
um, yeah, yeah, but at the same time I feel that we can do something. Yeah, we can do something. This is what we're doing, and it's not a political anything. It is a humanitarian crisis.
yeah,
If anything, these are people, these are human beings.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah, so I feel that this is a way for us to contribute.
I agree.
But talking about how women are treated there is a whole other life that I can talk about for days.
It is so sad. And if anybody's come across any of these videos, and we're talking about if these women and children even made it out, because a lot of them aren't going to. They're gonna stay there and they're not gonna make it.
Hmm. Yes, yeah. But so now we can just see what we can do, and this is at least something we can do right now. We
Yeah,
can do
I
right
agree.
now. Yeah. But pray. I pray every day. These people are in my
Yes.
prayers every day. And yes, I
Yeah.
cry when I see this stuff. It touches me in a way that, my brand here in Brazil is do not see, which means you be the owner of your life. You're the
Hmm.
protagonist of your life as a woman, especially. So the topic being a woman is very big for me. And so I said I
Yeah.
could talk about this for days, but
Yeah.
we can just right now ask just for prayers. That's what we ask for.
Hmm.
Okay, my love. So Sunday we have oily hour again. We're here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific time,
Hmm.
and we always have different topics that we touch on Sundays, and it's very spontaneous. We don't plan, right, Olivia? We just go with what we feel, what happened that week, and then we share.
Yep. And it's always fun. This is a good time.
Wonderful. Um, oh, there is. What's the sentence that if you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. And I'm again being eaten up by a mosquito right now. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my gosh, they love me. I have mosquitoes everywhere here, my
Me
legs and everything.
too. I'm always trying to figure out like why do mosquitoes love us so much? Maybe we have a certain type of blood type
They,
or something.
yeah, I don't know if being vegan has anything to do with it. They say maybe low B12 can contribute. So load up on nutritional yeast, everybody, if you're vegan. But that's another topic that we can talk about for days.
There are so many topics we can talk about. That's why we have that Sunday oily hour, because
Yes.
there are just too many topics we could cover.
Yay, Mr. Leticia. Thank you. We're gonna keep doing this. So Sunday again, we're going to talk about contributing to this cause.
Yes,
So
awesome.
Olivia, thank you so much. You are my angel, and I love you.
Love you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay, happy September, everyone. I'll see you at convention.
Bye.
So
All
we're
right, and
done.
I'll end the broadcast here on Hats.